everyone and welcome. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make a loaded baked potato. We have it often at home, but we also really like to make these at the camp, except at campsite, we actually bake the potatoes right inside the campfire. But at home, of course, I baked it in the oven. So what I did is I bought a wrapped in foil potatoes. And I just baked this one. So this one is ready to go. I baked it at 400 degrees for about an hour. After which I just poked it with the sharp side of the knife to see that it was ready. So if your knife goes in very smoothly, you know it's ready or good to go. So let me show you the ingredients. So of course, like I said, you're gonna need a baking potato. And usually you need one person or about half a person, depending how much of the other things you're gonna eat with it. But I find that this potato with a salad makes a great meal on its own. So you're going to need some shredded cheese. This is just regular cheddar cheese. If you eat bacon, of course, bacon makes everything taste better in my opinion. So this is just some bacon bits that you can buy in a little jar or a little bag at the store. If you prefer, you can also make your own bacon. So buy regular bacon slices, cut them up and pan fry them to kind of like crispy. You're also going to need some green onion for this recipe. Just a stick of regular butter. Some fresh dill is what I like to put on my potatoes. I think potatoes and dill go really well together. You're also going to need sour cream. Or you can do mayo if you prefer, but I do like sour cream. Also some dry garlic, some salt, and some pepper. And that's all the ingredients. It's a pretty simple dish. So like I said, my potato is already pre-cooked. So what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to keep the foil on. You can remove the foil, it's up to you. But I'm just going to keep my foil on. And you want to cut it along the long side. So we're not cutting like this. We're cutting the long side. So we're going to cut like this. And I know there's many different ways to kind of make the potatoes. So some people open them up just like this. And then they stick it inside. Some people like to cut in half and then they scoop out some of the flesh just so there's more room to put in your ingredients. But I actually just keep mine like this. So let's place it on a nice plate. And of course, if you did leave the foil on, just kind of move it to the sides. Because then when people eat it, they can scoop it out with a spoon. Because not everybody uses the skin. Most people don't like the skin. So they will just scoop out the flesh of the potato with the ingredients. So just make sure that the foil is kind of not really sticking out. Okay, so let's start loading our potatoes. So the first thing that I like to do is take a little piece of butter. While the potato is still pretty warm, or even hot, if you can cut it open when it's hot, you just put a little slice and you kind of just spread it around like this just to get the potato buttery. And when the potato is really, really hot, you can leave this little piece of butter. It will eventually melt. And let's do the same thing to the other. So the next thing that I like to do to my potatoes is because, you know, they're cooked whole, so they really have no spice or anything inside. So once I cut it open, closer to the flesh, so the potato has some taste of the spices and the salt, I like to add my spices. So I'm just going to use some pepper. I'm going to add some salt, of course. And I like some garlic with my potatoes. So I'm just going to add some dry garlic. Next thing that I like to add on mine is some cheese because I like the cheese to also kind of melt just like the butter does. And on top, I like to place some bacon. So just bacon bits and do as much or as little as you like. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the potatoes on the side and I'm just going to cut up this green onion. The white and the green parts together. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle my potatoes with some green onion, just like that. Like I said, the white and the green is what I prefer. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some sour cream. And I like to add about half teaspoon to each. And I kind of just place it like this in the middle. I like to add a little bit more cheese, just on top. And the last thing that I like to do to my potato is I like to add some fresh dill. I think potatoes and dill go really well together. And that's it. Like I said, very simple recipe. Let me show you up close. Okay, so here is the up close. These are baked loaded potatoes. So we have potatoes with some butter, cheddar cheese, bacon, sour cream, some fresh green onion, and some dill. So I hope you try and make these potatoes next time you're at a cottage or, for example, camping like us. You can also take these potatoes pre-baked if you prefer from home in the foil, like I showed you at the beginning of the video. And you can just warm them up over the campfire, or on your barbecue, on the grill net. And then you can open it up and put all these ingredients there. And I usually like to take the shredded cheese, already like pre-washed all the veggies, and take everything from home and then kind of just put it together. But you can also enjoy this at home and have it as a side or just as a meal, like I mentioned, with some salad. And I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and thank you so much for watching. Like always, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.